Too old, too dumb, too unrealistic. That's what he told her, not in anger, but with a quiet certainty, as if her failure was already decided before she even began. But Annie wasn't finished. Not yet. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. The day that Annie walked into that classroom, she carried a lot more than her books. She carried the weight of every insult her husband had planted in her mind. She sat among strangers, all of them years younger, their futures wide open. And she wondered if they could see her fear or the shadow of the man who said that she just didn't belong there. But Annie, she kept showing up. Night after night, she studied putting her little girl to bed. Morning after morning, she faced the mirror with exhaustion in her eyes, but determination in her bones. Every grade she earned was a battle won. Every paper that she turned in was another stone laid on the bridge out of the grip of the narcissist. And then came the day that proved everything. Annie just didn't graduate. She walked across the stage with honors convocation, straight A's. A young mom who had been told that she was nothing was now being recognized for excellence. And that moment, the lies her husband had spoken over her started to break apart. She wasn't too old. She wasn't too dumb. She wasn't unrealistic. She was unstoppable. That's what survivors know, the voice of doubt spoken by someone who wanted to keep us small. The words meant to chain us down before we even tried. But deep inside, survivors also know this. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's walking into that classroom in spite of your fear. It's holding the book anyway. It's proving them wrong with every quiet step forward. And when those steps finally turn into a moment of recognition, whether it's a diploma, a certificate, or just realizing that you have changed your own life, that moment, it becomes a victory that no one can take away from you. So if anyone who has ever told you you couldn't or wouldn't or shouldn't, this one is for you. If anyone ever laughed at your dream or tried to bury your confidence, this one is for you. Every step you took to take toward your own future, it's proof that their words were all lies. Every accomplishment, big or small, is a reminder that you define your story, not them. And even if no one is there to clap for you, every survivor knows the power of looking back and realizing, I made it here. I proved them wrong. Annie's journey is obviously the heart and soul of the Are You Annie podcast. She's the young woman who broke free from a life that she thought she would never escape. So her story is a background here, but not because she's extraordinary in any way that you're not. It's because she is so many of you, so many of us, women and men alike. And Annie is the part of all of us who proved them wrong. I love that. She didn't wait until she felt brave. Oh my God, she was scared to death. But she acted anyway. And then her courage came later. Every time you visit this channel, every time you share a piece of your own truth here, you're proving that Annie's story didn't end when I wrote the last page. It lives on in you, in your survival, in your healing, and really in your refusal to be silenced. I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney, author of the book Undercurrent, and your host here. I want you to remember that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse. I want you to be tenacious and never give up on what's important to you. Until next time, know that I honor your truth. I thank you for being here. And I thank you for staying to the end because I do know you're here. And promise me that you will take good care of yourself until I see you next time in the next episode. So for now, I'll just wish you well and say bye. Thank you again.